Hello, it's good to have you join us again for yet a fresh edition of our program, Close Flow, coming to you from NTA2 Lagos Network Center. And we know that all of you are probably joining us from all over the world. Well, what can you say? As the digital age, so I'm sure everybody can now tune into NTA2 from wherever you are to reach out to the rest of the nation. As always, we say on this show that the conversation is about you, and that essentially is what it's all about. What we're saying here is that all of us must own up. We have to take responsibility on how the story of Nigeria can be better and how we can actually scale up on all the positive events which make up this great country. So today again, we have invited into the studio some distinguished Nigerians who are going to be sharing their own perceptions, their own thinking, maybe their own fears about how we are not doing the right or we are not doing the needful to make sure that our country is safe, is secured, and is prosperous. So what are we going to be looking at? So it's a bumper package we have for you today. We are going to be talking about peace. We're going to be talking about conflict resolution. We're going to be talking about global attempt, global collaboration on how all of us can live together as one happy, united family. And after that, we are going to also share moments with you about how Nigeria musical heritage or lyrical heritage have somehow become the imperial powers across the continent and across the world. So it's a bumper packet for us here on Close Flow today. So stay with me for a while. Then when we come back, we'll get to meet our distinguished guests.
Hey, beautiful. Your eyes, your smile are all begging me to take you home tonight.
Now reading page 3.
Experience unlimited superfast internet access from Entel 4G. Entel. Live more. Experience unlimited superfast internet access from Entel 4G. Entel. Live more.
Thank you for staying with us. And from the way I've said it, it's a bumper package. So we are looking at highlighting the National Peace Summit and Awards for the year 2022. And I have with me very distinguished Nigerians who are going to be telling us whether we are on the right track peacefully or whether we are deceiving ourselves. We are actually not addressing the issues correctly. So I have with me Professor Christian Nwanne, the Chaplain General of the Divine Institute of Chaplaincy. You're welcome to Close Flow.
I'm happy to have you.
And also with him, we have Apostle Chuks Alorie, the National Coordinator, National Peace Summit and Awards. You're welcome to Close Flow.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Now, okay, let's, who's going to hit the street running? Are we putting it on the street or do we want to take it from the mountaintop? Okay, let's start with this peace issue. Let's be frank.
Yeah.
We really do need to address that.
Yes.
Everybody is saying, why is so much violent protest, violent reaction, banditry, kidnapping, all manner of, violent displays going on in the country? Why? What exactly is going on?
Well, if you look at our nation primarily today, you will find that there is so much agitation from virtually every part of the nation. There are agitation, labor agitation, there are agitation, political agitation, there are economic agitation. And when you look at the ingredient of peace is non-violence,
Yes.
non-aggression.
Yes.
You have to dialogue,
Yes.
make your points, to be able to get the attention of those that manage our resources so that they will be able to cushion the effect of the remote causes of the agitation. So for us, on this project,
Yes.
is to stimulate and steer up the conversation for every Nigerian for peace building. Because even when you agitate and you become aggressive, you scuttle the end result.
The goal you want to achieve.
The goal you want to achieve. So that is why we are providing this platform with the Vine Institute of Chaplaincy International Corps, Academy of Universal Global Peace, and Niger Delta Reporter newspaper.
Yes.
These are coalition of passionate Nigerians who feel that it's important we address the issue of peace. And if you take a record to what is happening, President Muhammad Buhari have made it emphatically clear, crystal clear, that he is going to hand over. So you can see the race of who takes over is already overheating the polity. Even the internal democracy in major parties
are already in conflict.
Is not holding. The ruling party today have not been able to put their hands in order, and all these things, if it is not managed very well, it can trigger up, on wholesome situation
across the country.
So that is why we are appealing, that we create this platform and talk about, peace in our nation.
And the ingredient for peace, ingredient for us to achieve peace. Okay, Prof, let's come back to you. So is it all just about grammar, or do we have practical things that we know we need to do to ensure that this peace that he has nicely given to us can be achieved?
Thank you for that opportunity to speak. Everybody talks about peace, but implementation measure or drive for us to actualize peace or realize peace is where the problem is. When you talk about conflict, what is actually conflict? Disagreement between one or two or more people. So there are situations that generate conflicts, disagreements,
yes,
arguments,
yes,
personal interest,
dissatisfaction,
and all of that. All these things, generate conflicts. So you must have to de-escalate conflict generation, platforms and situations. Now, there are groups, there are personalities, individuals, interests, personalities and persons, and all of that. Like you talked about agitation.
Yes.
When you're agitating because of interest.
Yes.
Either ethnic interest, personal interest,
or economic interest,
and all of that. So all these individual interests and put together is what generates conflict. Now, if you want to resolve conflict, what is conflict resolution? Conflict resolution talks about the driving measures, the driving measures that controls, or stops that which generates conflict. So when people are in disagreement, first of all, you come to what caused the conflict. You can never resolve conflict if you do not start from what caused to this conflict, what led to conflict. So there's no problem-solving activity, problem-solving activity that will be successful if you don't start from who and what and why, is this conflict. And that's what nobody wants to talk about.
Okay, now but we have to talk about it now because it's great because Apostle's here, and there's no way you're going to now address this issue without telling us the truth. And the truth is that, so what is prevalent in Nigeria that you can see or you can identify will probably be, like he says, the cause effect of this. I mean, the dissatisfaction we have across the country. People are saying
conflict generation system, conflict generators.
Yes. So what are these things?
Well, I think if you throw back pre-independence, the conflicts in Nigeria, according to history, they are minimal because our colonial masters We are controlling a lot of things, though people we are still agitating.
Yes.
It was that agitation that led to, the
call
likes
for
of
independence.
Zik,
Yes.
Wolowo,
Sardauna.
Tafawa Balewa,
Yes.
Sardauna, all those are great men to say, no, we can't be in our own country and then people are suppressing us. And we got independence in 1960. Did it change anything? It didn't. Today, some Nigerians feel that they are not Nigerians.
Yes.
In their own country.
Yes.
By virtue of some actors, both in public and private sector.
Yes.
So these are the issues. Some people feel they are marginalized. Some feel that what others are benefiting, they are not benefiting, and they are in the same country. So what is the rationale of being in the country? And the challenge is, if things continue like this, we are
Retrogressing.
retrogressing. So what we do? What we do is to create a conversation platform so that people will be able to air their
Speak
mind.
up.
And those that are managing our affairs as a nation should be able to listen.
Okay, that's what this platform is all about.
Yeah,
They have to asking all the parties to come yes.
together so that people say what is in their pain. And there is nothing wrong for you to beat a child and for that child not to cry. So if a child is crying, find out why is he crying. And once you mitigate the cause of the cry of the baby suddenly keeps quiet. So
start playing again.
So what we are appealing to our leaders in all strata, is to be just, be fair, be equitable in whatever they are doing.
Okay, now, Prof, I'm going to throw this at you, Prof. Okay. Though it is about the fourth realm of the estate. Okay. As a media person, what's the media doing about this? Is the media doing enough in terms of raising consciousness or raising the alert, as it were, for Nigerians to say, look, I need to speak up on what is bothering me, whether it's marginalization, whether it's ethnicity, whether it's
primarily, I know that NTA as a station, supports peace cause, peace cause, peace projects, and all of that, and they are doing well. But media generally, have not been doing the much they can because people depend on media. Being a broadcast nation is because the nationals depends on what they pick from the media. And this is the reason why people cry out through social handles and all of that.
Because they're not getting yet.
They might pick wrong informations, from the social platform because the system that's supposed to pass the information legally, aren't doing it.
Okay, well,
I think if I may add.
If I may
also,
add. You will add when we come back.
Okay.
Because my producer says already we are chopping somebody's time.
Okay.
So that we don't have conflict here. Okay.
No, we came to promote this conflict.
Yes, peace. So let's peacefully. Okay, we'll go on a break now, and then we'll come back. We will hope that our viewers can join us. I've said to you that the conversation is about you. You have the telephone lines on the screen. When we come back, we'd like you to ask both Prof and Apostle what you think they are doing right when we talk about this National Peace Summit. Stay with us.
Hey, beautiful, your eyes, your smile are all begging me to take you home tonight.
Now reading page 3.
Experience unlimited super-fast internet access from Entel 4G. Entel. Live more. Experience unlimited super-fast internet access from Entel 4G. Entel. Live more.
All right. Thank you for staying with us. Again, we see our Apostle and Prof Well, I don't know which one I should prefer. Maybe the professorial seat can be very interesting. Okay, all right. Now, but before we went on the break, you were going to give us a rider. To some of the
What
things.
the rider I wanted to give is that part of the problem that is creating fear, that is creating anxiety, is the social media.
Oh.
People sit down, fabricate stories,
And
and share it, and by the time you do all the verifiables, it's all fake news. So I think we have agencies of government that can help. We are not saying people shouldn't be free to air their views, but to checkmate those that are peddlers of fake news.
But we have fact checkers all around. Are you saying that agencies of government are not pushing the fact checkers onto the front corner?
If there are fact checkers, then the spills that come from the social media, would be very low. But somebody will sit down and fabricate story, do some imagery that does not exist anywhere in the world, and put it on social media.
Photoshopping.
And by the time you know it, people will start, losing their mind.
Okay, this is the Peace Summit. It's not photoshopped. This is this is for real. Okay, so Apostle.
Yeah,
what's this about? You're saying National Peace Summit. You're calling Nigerians out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is a project that have gone. We've been on it for several months now, consulting our various key leaders, both at the religious, political, and governmental level. And everybody agree with us that there is need to create a platform where we can promote peace conversation in Nigeria. We have the chairman of this occasion is Lieutenant General Azubike Onyaboyihejirikade, retired, former Chief of Army Staff. The keynote speaker is His Eminence Samuel Chukwuemeka Uchekanu, the prelate of Methodist Church in Nigeria. Yeah. We have the Anglican primate, Most Reverend Henry C. Ndokoba, the primate of Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion. Yeah. We have His Excellency Ahmed Rufai Yerima, former governor of Zamfara State. We have the Oni of Ife. He's going to be there.
Okay, one second, please. 1 second. Please, for our viewers, my producer says to me that you have the lines now, dedicated lines on the screen, so you can take down those lines. We are saying to you that you can make your voice call. There's a particular number for you to use to make your voice call. Don't use that voice call to send us SMS message or WhatsApp message. It won't deliver. Then we have another line dedicated to SMS and WhatsApp messages. So use that. Don't use that for voice call. Don't call us through that. It's going to drop. So let's avoid all those little snags so that you can enjoy this conversation with Prof and with Apostle. Okay, yes. So we have some of this eminence.
We have the Executive Secretary of Nigeria Pilgrims Commission, Christian Pilgrims Commission, Reverend Yakubu Pam, and a traditional ruler from Imo State is Royal Majesty as Michael Okere. Okay. And so many, even we have a guest from Canada.
Coming. A Nigerian or a foreigner.
All
right, Prof. Now, okay, so that is the table set for us. It's like a banquet.
Just like I call it in the other way, a national town hall meeting.
National town hall meeting. So now, what are we hoping that we can achieve with these number of high-profile personalities who are they're going to be talking, or they're going to be negotiating, or they're going to be preaching? What really are they?
So you know that there is no prosecution without hearing.
So we need to
hear something. Hearing is a part of expression. People express themselves, and all these, his or her eminences are men and women with long-term years of experience, just like the former president of the country, General Gowon.
Yeah.
These are people, who understand the nation.
Key stakeholders.
Key stakeholders and fathers of this nation. So this platform is said that I think these are people that are qualified for people to hear their views. From the years of experience, they were there before, now, and we still hope they will be there
for the future
after. So they are qualified to address Nigerians as most of the eminent Nigerians express themselves from what have been happening. We get answers, from our resource persons and all that, and we take it, from there. So the solution starts from having a hearing and listening ears.
Okay, all right. Now the resource persons, I hope they are not foreigners. Are they foreigners?
No, only one foreigner. His Eminence, Prof. Madhu Krishna is an Indian American who have been 35 years in nation building. In fact, as a matter of fact, he have established peace in 77 nations. If you go to
he went to those nations to address.
Yeah, exactly. If you go to a museum like in Belgium, you see his statue was more there for years of contribution, in establishing peace and fighting, crisis escalating, the escalating crisis and all of that. So he's a professional in
that field.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, so how will Nigerians join this? How will they participate? What are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to be present in the hall, or you're going to stream this live?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Well, invitations has been sent out. We are going to stream live, which is the conventional thing to do at this time, and media houses are going to be there to cover and report. And this is going to happen on the 24th of February, on Thursday.
Yes.
This Thursday, at 4 Points Hotel by Sheraton in Victoria Island here in Lagos.
Oh, great.
And time is 11 a.m. So we hope.
So if you're on ground, you can join.
Yeah,
if
you can join.
Join.
If you're on ground, you can join. And
remember, all the associations that believe in peace and humanity were written.
Okay,
so
NGOs.
We've written to virtually all our service chiefs
to be a part of
to be part of it. As I speak now, I know that the chief of air staff will be represented, both chief of naval staff and others. They are going to be represented in the event. So ours is. We want a situation whereby critical stakeholders will be there to have feelers of the soundbite of Nigerians.
Okay. Now, I'm coming back to Prof. If we're going to open up the can of worms now, we are probably going to be dealing with how the youth will anticipate or read this. How would they interpret it? How would they react to it? Are you disturbed about that?
No. I think the youths, must have to be comfortable and peaceful, knowing that the issues that has to protect their future is being discussed. Like when you say the future belongs to the youths.
Yes.
The youths want to know how the
But they keep saying that future seems to be shifting.
Yeah, they still have to know how the future will belong to them, or how they will own the future, tomorrow. And this is a platform where, future will be guaranteed.
So you're inviting the youth to be part of this discussion?
Yeah, youth can be part of the discussion.
We've written to so many youth organizations.
Yeah, we have written to youth organizations.
For them to make representation.
Yeah, make representation.
And virtually, many will still.
Okay, yes, okay, yes, okay, let's come back to the virtual thing, because yes, you cannot run away from the fact that preponderantly the youth actually use social media anyway. So now that we are talking about the social media, I hope you are going to be able to engage with them via that social media.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, all right. Now,
we'll let them know the page.
Yes, so that they can then link up with you guys. Now, we don't really have the data or the time to slice up the data, because the data can be very terrible. But the red flags, coming from northeast to Niger Delta across, would you be focusing on your discussion or your resources on some of that?
Virtually, all those that are going to speak will touch on virtually on all issues.
All issues.
All the gray areas.
Okay.
Because the challenge we have in Nigeria, that is even manifesting now that we have entered election year, is religion.
Yes.
Ethnicity.
Yes.
Well, you know,
Marginalization?
Minority agitation.
Some people are saying that we've never been tested, like the Southeast is saying, we have never been president before,
Yes.
this is our opportunity. You know, so those issues are there. So it's left for us to find a common front, to find a way we can sacrifice. Some can sacrifice, you must sacrifice for your nation.
Something, yes.
And some must compromise for the nation to
Compromise
be built.
and sacrifice.
So it's compromise and sacrifice.
Well, let's be careful. When you say compromise, some people may think what you are compromising may be the standard and not
Not
substandard,
in terms of standard. For instance, if we are looking for something, I use my own.
Or have personal interests.
I use my
Have the
own
same
my
interests.
own area.
Yes.
You are an elderly person, huh?
Yes.
And we are looking for something. And some people say, this is an
Go and talk
Igbo.
to- yes.
This is an Igbo. Why can't you leave him so that let him do this? Your own time is coming. Are you getting my point? I've compromised, I've sacrificed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. Giving into, yes.
Giving
yes.
into, because if I say I must be, you and you are saying you must be, you find that there will be
Disagreement
agitation, there will be
leads to
disagreement.
conflict.
So what we are saying is that there should be a platform and this ideology or this conception that we should internalize at this period that certain things,
as a people.
Yeah, as a people, certain things should be compromised, certain things should be sacrificed for the nation to move forward.
Okay, I must thank Prof for coming into the studio, and also have Apostle. Thank you so much for coming to the studio.
you very much.
Peacefully, we should be at the event with you, so that all of us can share. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, for our viewers, stay with us. We are not going anywhere yet. Like I said to you, that cultural expressions across Nigeria seem to have become, as it were, the imperial powers across the continent and even globally. So musically, we are going to be looking at what Nigeria is exporting to the rest of the world. Stay with us.